Did you know that in order to qualify for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you need to pass the much heralded means test? Please note that in my experience, the overwhelming number of people qualify under the means test, but some don't. The means test requires that you complete a form that details your household income and expenses. This includes all income from all sources, including your spouse's income if she lives with you. There are some limited exceptions to what is included as income. However, the test is a complex analysis of your income and expenses that uses both government expense allowances and some of your actual expenses that take into consideration your household size and the location of your residence in determining if any disposable income may be available to distribute to your creditors. As an example, as of March 2012, if you are a household of one living in the Bronx and earned on average over the prior 6 months income less than $45,900, then you automatically pass the means test. End of game. However, if that same person earned $55,000 when averaged over the prior 6 months, then the analysis must continue. Then the government allowances for certain expenses like food, clothing, and rent would be utilized, as well as some of your actual expenses as averaged over the prior 6 months to see if you pass. Trust me, this is not cut and dry, fill in the blanks. There are a great many ifs, ands, and buts, and exceptions, and gray areas, and disputed provisions. Ponder this crazy scenario. If you have a household size of 1 in the above example, and you live near Yankee Stadium, then you can get a rent allowance of approximately $1,500. However, if you were living in Washington Heights, considered to be in the borough of Manhattan, then your rent allowance would be nearly $3,000. Manhattan rents are all averaged in. Some pretty rich people live in Manhattan. Sounds crazy. The Manhattan person could pass the means test, and the Bronx person possibly not. It is not for us to reason why, but fill out the means test or die. It is critical to understand that your income includes all sources of income received and earned during the 6-month period. This may include overtime, raises, bonuses to some extent, retroactive pay to some extent, pension, and other income. However, the means test does not allow any Social Security benefits to be included. Please note again that if you are married and living together, your spouse's income and expenses must be included even if your spouse is not filing. Whoops, I know that sometimes can be a problem. If this seems complicated and troublesome, it is. Needless to say, the average person will need an experienced attorney to properly fill this form out. Remember, knowledge is power. There is another income and expense hoop to jump through, and that will be the subject of our next video.